If you're a maintenance supervisor for a commercial property, you've had to deal with everything from leaky faucets to flickering light bulbs. But nothing's worse than that ancient boiler that's lived in the building since the day it was built, 50 years ago. It's enough to make anyone lose their cool. That's where Grainger comes in. With industrial-grade products and dependable fast delivery, Grainger can help with any challenge, from worn-out components to everyday necessities. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
How do you feel when you switch to Geico and save on your car insurance? It's like going to work on one Thursday morning and thinking to yourself, just one more day until Friday. But then somebody in the elevator says, "Happy Friday!" Then you check your phone quickly and discover today is actually Friday. So yes, happy Friday, random stranger in the elevator. Happy Friday indeed. Yep, switching and saving with Geico feels just like that. Get more with Geico.
Welcome to the Griffins Pipeline Podcast.
2021 first-round pick Sebastian Cossa gets called up by the Detroit Red Wings.
Welcome to the Griffins Pipeline Podcast. I'm Connor.
And I'm Kyle. We are brought to you by the Hockey Podcast Network, sponsored by Draftkings and GameTime.
So, the big fella is in the big show. Sebastian Cossa gets the call up, and he has earned his wings for the first time ever.
Yeah, so I'd imagine he's probably going to go wear the winged wheel and sit on the bench for a game. After that, maybe we'll get to see if Lalonde wants to give him a start. To be called up, I don't think it's the best time for Cossa either. It's strictly basically an emergency call-up. You got Talbot going down and Alex Lyon put on IR, so I'm imagining that they will flip-flop with Cossa and Husso, but it'd be interesting to see. I would at least give them that taste, give them a shot. Just don't burn them.
You throw them to the wolves, but you put a rope on them. You bring them back down to Grand Rapids.
Right.
I mean, when he came up to Grand Rapids initially, he really had a struggle converting over to the professional level. I'm talking like 6 goals, shot after shot, like every shot.
Had a very weak Grand Rapids team.
Yeah, very weak team. I mean, so he was thrown to the Wolves there, and the Wolves got him, man.
He had to go down to Toledo and reload for a season. Yeah, after getting really far in the playoffs for Toledo, he gets called up and, gets to start the season last year, full season, played great, everything you wanted and more out of your number one goalie prospect. Now that he's actually getting called up to the Red Wings, I don't think we can put too high of an expectation on him. He's switching leagues. There's a different pace. He's going to have to adjust. I don't think for the people out there that think he's overdue, people are like, he was drafted 5 years ago now. He's had all the time. Why isn't he up here already? It just doesn't work like that in the NHL. It takes time, especially with goalies. People are like, he's 22 already. Why hasn't he seen the NHL ice? It's just going to take a minute.
Yeah, and you got to think NFL first-round pickers are drafted at the age of like 21, 22, which that's like the NHLers are getting drafted when they're 18. So essentially most kids, they want to go to college. So you're telling me that all these freshmen in college football should be already star quarterbacks in the NFL.
I don't think that's how it works. Yeah, I mean, you see it with Danielson, you see it with Casper, you see it with even Soderblom, who's a 6th-round pick. People are like, oh, he had his chance. He blew it. It's like, no, there's a lot of time on Soderblom's schedule yet. Danielson, he's very young still. There's a lot of time. That's what the Griffins are for. And they're just not quite ready for the big league. You give them some time to warm up in a professional league against professional players. Let them adapt to where they'll be. Keep them in rotation on the ice. And before you know it, the regularity of it, they can improve, get their game better.
So, yeah, I've also noticed right now Cossa he's been, like, stepping out of the net a little more, and a little further than he's been getting a little far out there, and they've been, like, taking long shots on him, and they've been squeaking in lately because he's, like, out of the net. And if he does that at the NHL level, that's not going to be good.
Yeah, and just I noticed the last couple games, especially this last one against Cleveland here. I mean, rebound control, a lot of bouncing pucks on him recently. It just looks like a bouncy ball in front of him sometimes. He's been reaching for it, can't get it, goes bouncing out. You know, he's got to be able to claim that, get on that, hold those rebounds solid, and no big juicy rebounds for the other players to slap into the net. The last couple games, I've seen it, and it's like I said. That's why I think he will probably watch Husso on the bench for maybe a game or two, and then we'll see if Talbot returns, and who knows if he plays a game or not. It's not my decision.
I mean,
It's not your decision. It's Lalonde's decision, and we'll see what happens.
It's really Yzerman's decision too.
Yeah, if he wants it done, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I say let him fight the Wolves. Let him play. I say let him play, man.
Yeah, I say let him. I don't think it's the right time, but I don't think any time's the right time. So I'd say let him play too.
I mean, I guess like let him do a couple games. If he does good, let him do another game. Let him do a couple, but I wouldn't use them for the whole season. I'd send them back down, and then if stuff gets sketchy again, then we can call up Cossa and he'll play good for us. And the whole time he goes back down to Grand Rapids, he's just thinking about, I want to get back up to the big show, and he's just dialing in his game. I mean, honestly, I do think he needed it because I feel like his play was getting a little sloppier, and I think this is definitely something that'll dial him in.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I just hope he doesn't get torched because he really is getting put into a not great situation. I mean, the Detroit defense is no stallion out there.
No, it's like we said, it's just when he transitions from leagues, it's been difficult. And I think everyone's kind of aware of that now. And I think the Red Wings are going to do their best, especially with Edvinsson being on the ice. I think Cossa will feel a little more comfortable behind Edvinsson.
I think Edvinsson will feel a little comfortable with Cossa.
Yeah, it goes both ways there. Chemistry is a good thing.
But we don't have the best guard dogs or guard donkeys out there to protect Cossa. They use donkeys to guard sheep, right?
You learn something new every day. Yeah, I mean, I look at the way Didier has been playing in front of Cossa all year. He's just, as soon as someone enters that crease, he's in their face. I've heard someone mention the white blood cell mentality. As soon as something goes wrong, the whole team rushes in and fixes the problem. And it's been like that all season. It's a tight group of guys down here. It's going to change. Things are going to move. Puzzle pieces are going to go up and down, and it's going to be interesting to see how the team reacts to Cossa leaving and going up. hopefully he is back down, like you said. I think you made a good point. Give him a taste, send him back down, leave him with that taste in his mouth, a good taste in his mouth. So another news, we've got Emmett Finney heating up in the WHL. He posted a 3-point game the other day. So good to see him stepping in that 6-0 win for the Blazers. The 7th round pick, Emmett Finney.
How is the Blazers doing? Because last year they were like the worst team in the league.
Yeah, they're still pretty far down the list. We got 25 points in 27 games, so they're still under the 500 mark.
Yeah, they used to be really like Emmett Finney was like the 12th best player or something. He was like way down the list of dudes that were good. And all those players went to the AHL or NHL or whatever, or wherever they went. And it literally Finney's the last one left. And they were like the best team in the league. And then now he's obviously continuing it this year, so that's cool to see.
So, yeah, after our ads, we can get into the game reviews. The 2024-25 NHL season still has that new car smell, and the action is heating up at Draftkings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. It's super easy for first-timers to get started at DraftKings Sportsbook. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. And if you are new to DraftKings, listen up. New customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code THPN. That's code THPN for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus age eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bet must win to receive reward. Bonus bets expired 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ice. Copyright NHL 2024. All rights reserved. If you're anything like me, you have a few favorite prospects that you are waiting for to take the ice for their NHL club. Don't miss the day they make their debut and be at the rink when your favorite team's future takes the ice. GameTime makes it easy to be a part of your team's biggest moments. And of course, GameTime has you covered for the upcoming Winter Classic. They can find you the cheapest possible seats or find you the best available seats at Wrigley Field for the 4 p.m. matchup of the Blues and the Blackhawks. Offering more than just sporting events, GameTime has tickets to many high-profile events, concerts, and shows. Visit GameTime.co, that's GameTime.co, and allow the GameTime Picks feature to sort the events that mean the most to you. Look for GameTime's Super Deal to find the lowest price guarantee, and even view your seating before purchasing. Covered by the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry, your purchase is protected by event cancellation and job loss protection. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with GameTime Picks. Download the GameTime app, create an account, and use code THPN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code THPN for $20 off. Download GameTime today. What time is it? Game time.
So Friday, November 29th, the Grand Rapids Griffins take on the Milwaukee Admirals at the Van Andel Arena. It was $2 beer dog night and teddy bear toss. Starting goalies were Sebastian Cossa for the Grand Rapids Griffins and Matthew Murray for the Milwaukee Admirals. It was a first place versus second place matchup. Griffins being first, Milwaukee Admirals being second in the Central Division.
Yeah, and Tim Gettinger returns after not playing a game all season. He had surgery in the offseason, so back out to the ice for Tim Gettinger.
Glad to have him back. So first period of play, no goals are scored, but there's a couple penalties. Milwaukee gets the first penalty, giving the Griffs a power play, boarding at 2 minutes. And the Milwaukee Admirals successfully kill off the Griffins' power play.
And Shai Boom gets a 2 for hooking halfway through the first, and we do not score on our power play either.
No, we didn't. So Griffins in this period were out shooting their opponent, which is very rare so far this year. We've only done it like 3 times. Griffins 10, Milwaukee Admirals 6, and both teams go 0 for 1 on the power play. Score 0-0. Period number 2. Milwaukee Admirals break the scoring, and
Jake Livingstone gets a goal. They really started turning the heat up on Griffins early here in the second. And yeah, Vinny Hinostroza started to play his game around the offensive zone, and he catches himself another assist as he leads the league in assists.
he has 18 assists. Same. So there's actually no penalties at all. Pretty clean period.
That's a first.
And the Griffins once again wanting to let the teddy bears fly. 15-6. Outshoot the Milwaukee Admirals.
Yeah, doubling them in shots at this point, 25-12.
And Milwaukee leads 1-0 going into the third period.
So the third period, the fun begins as Nate Danielson sets up Austin Watson with a beautiful pass across the ice, and the teddy bears fly.
Yeah, it was panic was flooding through the Van Andel Arena as the fear that the goal to throw the teddy bears would not happen. But the hero, Austin Watson, with a great assist from Nate Dog Danielson on the power play.
Yeah, and Nate Danielson was taking quite the beating a couple points in this game, taking some cheap shots. I guess when you're good, the other team just doesn't like you because they were just whacking them, high sticking them, and refs were letting a ton of the stuff go.
So Milwaukee breaks the tie, and Ryder Bolston comes down to get his second goal of the year. He has a long angle shot. Like I was talking earlier, Costa was a little far out of the net, and that was assisted by Kevin Gravel and Cal O'Reilly. 2-1 Milwaukee Admirals. Time's running out. Da-dun.
Yeah, and madly out shooting Milwaukee here too. And
what are we gonna do? Dun. Time is running out.
The goalie, Costa to the bench, and the man, Amadeus Lombardi, gets an assist from Emil Viro. Gets his first point of the season in Cross Island. And Amadeus Lombardi gets his 9th goal of the season and ties this game up with 51 seconds left in the game. Great atmosphere at Van Andel on Friday night here as Lombardi lit them up.
So, game's tied, overtime looking quite obvious, and as the clock expires, players messing with Elmer Soderblom receive a fist to the face from Elmer Soderblom, and the refs call a penalty. So the Griffins will start overtime on the penalty kill.
Yeah, and Van Andel had Don't Stop Believin' playing until they smashed it with Little John.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, a quick sudden change of mood there. Yeah, Wallander on this penalty kill in overtime gets some work done, steals the puck, and clears the puck out twice for some key moments here in overtime.
Yeah, great kills by the Griffins. Great kill. They stopped all 6 shots from getting in, and they, by the grit of their teeth, by the skin of their teeth, they made it to the shootout. So 2-2, going to the shootout. Starts with Amadeus Lombardi. He comes down and he scores.
Yeah, as expected. He's been ripping it up and continues his streak of dominance here. And Reed Schaefer, they come in, and Cossa shuts them down.
Yep. So round 2, Grand Rapids' Joe Snively does not score. And then Milwaukee's Jake Lucchini scores to tie it. And then round 3, Elmer Soderblom can't quite get it through. And Milwaukee.
I was scared for Vinny Hinostroza here, as he's leading the league in points and comes down and does not score, as Cossa made it almost look easy. As we're going to kind of fast forward to round 7 here, after Nate Danielson, Dominic Shine, Alex Doucette, and Austin Watson all miss, and 4 players from Milwaukee all miss. Tim Gettinger finally puts one in the net on his first game back. As he was fumbling it all the way to the goalie, he just gets it past him.
Yeah, I thought I was like, this dude's going to trip. And then he scores.
Unfortunately, Milwaukee answers right back, keeping this shootout alive, going into round 8, where Sheldon Dreiss cannot put it in, and Kevin Wall cannot put it in either. And that leaves it up to number 71.
The return of the 71.
Down. Man, did he fire that thing, and he just beat the goalie straight up. Didn't even have to mess around, just got it done. And then Cossa on the other side makes the save to win the game. As this was a long one, a 10-round shootout, the Griffins come back for victory.
The fans go home happy.
Yeah, that was a good one, man.
That was a blast. I had a blast. Loved it. So let's get on to that next. So Saturday, November 30th at 8 p.m., the Grand Rapids Griffins take on the Chicago Wolves in Chicago at the All-State Arena. This one was a bloodbath, boys.
Yeah, we get Carter Geilander in net for us, and they go with Dustin Tokarski.
Yeah, I just seen they lost Rocco Grimaldi to Cleveland. Long-time Griffin killer.
So to get into this one, the first period, Griffins didn't touch the puck for a long time, and they put one in 8 minutes into the first period. Justin Robidas, beats Geilander on something he had no chance on getting.
So the Chicago Wolves take the lead 1-0, and then Sheldon Dries comes back for the Griffins, getting assisted by Emil Vero, getting his second point. Joe Snively and Sheldon Dries gets the goal, 14-31.
Yeah, that was the only shot we ended up getting on goal for the entire period was Sheldon Dries' shot. As offense was sparse in this one, and then Chicago, with half a second left on the clock, gets it in with Scott Morrow, putting Chicago Wolves up 2-1. Griffins are madly outshot in this first period, 17-1, which frankly is not okay. And going into the second period,
seemed like the team didn't really want to show up to that game. They just kind of
I think knowing they were on
over and slept on the ice while playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, knowing they're on a triple header here, I think they tried to take it easy against the worst team in the division, but the worst team in the division did not take it easy on them. Austin Wagner scores halfway through the second period, puts them up 3-1 as the Wolves begin to take over, and Griffins at least managed some shots in this one, but still outshot. We were 9-12. Andre Becker and Tori Dello both got called 2-minute penalties. Andre Becker for tripping, Tori Dello for holding, and Skylar Brenda Moore gets a holding 2-minute. But no power play goals for anybody.
Nothing. No power play goals for anyone.
Yeah, no creativity on the power play either.
So second period, really just not the effort I wanted to see. It was a little more effort. It was like we tried, we hit a wall, and then third period just was not good. We got like 3 shots in the whole period. And then the Wolves just lit us up with Scott Morrow getting a goal, his 4th year, immediately into the third. Then, we had our very late comeback attempt, Dominic Shine, getting his 5th of the year on the power play. But Scott Morrow quickly gets the goal to seal us.
Yeah, and that one's a hat trick for Scott Morrow as defenseman getting a hat trick on us there. Like, just not a good look there. You can't blame Geilander in this game as multiple, we just had bad turnovers in the neutral zone almost all game. We struggled to establish offense, and they just played in our defensive zone almost the entire game.
Yep, you have bad games, and you just gotta bounce back, come back, and win the next one.
Yeah, I believe they had 38 shots, and Geilander stopped all but 4 of them, so he did a fairly good job there, but yeah, Griffins only 13 shots on the entire game. Not ideal, obviously.
So, yeah.
Nate Danielson continues his point streak, or at least starts getting one going here, as the Griffins lose that one 5-2.
Sunday, December 1st, the Grand Rapids Griffins take on the Cleveland Monsters at the Van Andel Arena. It was Sebastian Cossa bobblehead giveaway. But we only got vouchers.
Yep, we all got vouchers for those who made it in time. And it was the Griff Who Stole Christmas event. As Griff was running around in a Santa hat, and the Grinch was out there somewhere hiding.
Yes, very interesting. So this one starts out quick. 7 minutes, 12 seconds. Torridello gets a shot from the point to get his first goal of the year, assisted by Tim Gettinger and Shai Boom. That was a nice blaster. He was right in position. Winded that thing up, shot her in, and nice goal by Dello.
Yeah, Dello and Gettinger combined to get Dello's first goal and Gettinger's first assist.
And then Denton Matejchuk comes back immediately and gets his 7th goal of the year, assisted by Trey Fix-Wolanski and James Malatesta.
13 seconds between the goals there as the crowd gets into it after Dello's goal and then immediately silenced after Matejchuk's.
Yep, then Dominic Shine gets his 6th of the year about halfway through the period, a little over half.
Yeah, that one assisted by Nate Danielson and Joe Snively, as Nate Danielson's really starting to rip through some NHL quality passes. They've got some heat on them.
And then they answer back immediately, just like before. A couple minutes later, old Julian Bergenholm.
Yeah, he just got the puck at the point and slapped that thing so hard. I don't think Cossa got a good look at it before he hit it. And yeah, it beat him straight on. Probably one Cossa would normally have, but that one had some speed on it.
Yeah. Samuel Nazco gets sent to the penalty box for holding, and Griffins go on the power play, and they successfully score on the power play. Good assist work by Dominic Shine and William Wander, getting the puck to Joe Snively for him to rip up in there and get his 7th of the year.
Yeah, as Snively continues to dominate, coming over from the Calder Cup winning team, you can tell he wants to make whatever team he's on a Calder Cup contending team.
Well, it ain't that easy, buddy. It ain't that easy.
Yeah, power play's coming together a little bit more here recently.
Yep, starting to see some Snively really good on the power play. I've noticed Shine's great on the power play. Wallander coming back in there.
Might
all
be
those guys who just got points on that.
Yeah, I think it might be Wallander. He might be the key piece to the power play, why I wasn't scoring for so long.
Could be. So that was a crazy first period. 3-2, Griffins lead first. So second period, 2 minutes in, Trey Fix-Wolanski gets a quick goal to tie the game, and need to rebound here, man. Can't be playing that.
Yep, he got that rebound, and it's like I was saying earlier, Costa was struggling with those bouncy pucks tonight. Coming off the backboards, coming off leg pad saves, coming off his chest, coming off his face mask. A lot of just, they were getting the puck in on him, and they were coming in at weird angles. But yeah, Fix-Zelansky's 11th of the year.
Yep. And then Joe Snively again. Dude's really starting to rip him up for his 8th now. Him and Dominic Shine, the veterans, take over and go down and get the goal, take the lead.
Yeah. Snively with the speed on display. Love to see it. He's a great addition, and he's got the shot and the speed, so he's not scared to make a move.
Yep, and then we get the puck back, and that gives a jolt of energy through the whole Grand Rapids Griffins bench, and you just see offense start lighting up, shots start coming, and Tuamisto gets one in the corner and blasts it from the point. And with that laser beam shot, he shoots it right in the back of the net for his first of the year. All those assists, and he finally got his first goal.
That was good to see, especially those 2 minutes after the other goal, and it wasn't the other team that scored this time. Oh, Tuamisto just pops that one in there. Love to see it. Love to see that shot under control a little bit and hitting the back of the net because it bounced out pretty far. So I believe that's the goal that got Sawchenko taken out of this game as Grieve comes in to relieve him.
So kills a man with his first goal of the year with that shot. We have warned people about that killer shot. It's getting the accuracy down. We told you as soon as that accuracy gets dialed in, it's over. So Nate Danielson comes down and he scores. Nate Dogg.
Yeah, and this one we had a nice 3-on-2 or 3-on-1, and everyone touched the puck. And finally, Watson gets it over to Nate Danielson, and the puck went off a defender's stick as he was reaching out to block it away, right off the tip of his stick and into the net. Really, really good goal for Nate Danielson. Sometimes a little luck will keep your streak going.
So, end of the second period, Griffins lead 6-3, and pretty much after that, you know what to do. I mean, they pretty much saw this coming. I think everyone saw it from a mile away. You know, not going to be a lot of offense in this one. They were pretty much a lot of dump and chase, a lot of kill the clock, try to keep it away so they don't score on us. But they did manage to score on us almost at the end of the game, 16:44. Luca Del Beluz got his 11th. So.
Yep, and that one, another scramble where the puck's free rolling in front of Cossa and defense can't.
If you're a maintenance supervisor for a commercial property, you've had to deal with everything from leaky faucets to flickering light bulbs. But nothing's worse than that ancient boiler that's lived in the building since the day it was built, 50 years ago. It's enough to make anyone lose their cool. That's where Grainger comes in. With industrial-grade products and dependable fast delivery, Grainger can help with any challenge. From worn-out components to everyday necessities. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Come up with it. Cossa can't come up with it. Bounces out to the side, and they put it in behind Cossa.
Yep, so Griffins won this one 6-4, and they defeat the hottest team in the AHL and put their 10-game winning streak to an end and start their own winning streak of 1.
Yeah, good stuff by the Griffins there. As we didn't get all 3 this weekend on the triple header, but we got the 2 that mattered.
Yep, the division battle, the number 1 and number 2 in the Central Division, and then the hottest team in hockey.
Yep.
So great weekend by the Griffins. We'll pretty much be playing Friday again at the Van Andel Arena for the Red Kettle game, and then we'll go back to Chicago again on Saturday, and another triple header.
Yep, round 2.
Chicago Sunday, though. Instead of a 2 home game, this will be just a 1 home game on Friday. Yeah, the Griffins hit the road after that for 6 games after Friday. Wrap it up. Yeah, you can just delete that right out. We'll finish that faster after this penalty box. So now we are going into the penalty box. In this segment, we like to end the episode on a fun note and step out of hockey. Or stay in hockey. Just pick the biggest idiot of the week, throw them in the penalty box for a 2-minute minor, 4-minute double minor, 5-minute major, or a game misconduct. Kyle, who are you throwing into the penalty box?
Well, someone at the Van Andel holiday design didn't really consider the fact that we have 3 of our Grand Rapids athletes up there on the logo for the Van Andel, right on the freezer on Fulton that says "Our City, Our House." Cossa's up there. One of the Rise volleyball players is up there, and one of the Gold player is up there. So they decided to wrap them up for Christmas. Put the big ribbon on the top of the Van Andel Arena right over their faces. So I guess we'll have to wait to open our presents till after Christmas.
How long are you throwing them in the box for?
Just a 2-minute. I just think someone could have thought about that one when they were designing the whole thing. It just looks funny. You got these players and then their faces are gone because of this ribbon right over them. So 2 minutes.
So who I'm going to throw in the box, I'm going to throw a couple of people here. I'm going to step into the college football realm. We're going to get to the Ohio State, Michigan rivalry. The Michigan Wolverines pulled the upset and to defeat the Ohio State Buckeyes 13-10. And yeah, so Michigan plants a flag like every other team does, and Ohio State freaks out and they start fighting them. Ryan Day, the coach, just stands there, freezes, doesn't tell his players no, just stands there and looks lost, like he was just in shock from the terrific loss he's taken. But yeah, so I'm throwing him in the box. We're not like doing anything to try to prevent that. There's literally videos of him just doing nothing, dude. Yeah, so the whole Ohio State Buckeye team, Ryan Day, are all going in the box. It's a full box today. So
it was a heck of a game.
Yep. 5 minutes.
Michigan fan.
Go Blue.
Go Blue.
So that should wrap us up for this week. We'll be back midweek or game day Friday for our next episode. So everyone have a great one. We'll see you then. Go Griffins.
Yeah, hopefully we have an update on Cossa for you. Go Griffins.
Go Griffins.
Thank you for listening to the Griffins Pipeline podcast. If you enjoyed the show, give us a 5-star review. We are part of the Hockey Podcast Network. We are not partnered with the Grand Rapids Griffins, Detroit Redwings, or Toledo Walleye. We are not experts. We are just die-hard fans looking to make a community with others alike. Let's go Griffins Nation. Join the fun, like, and follow us on Facebook and X, or call into the show and have your opinion heard 1-616-319-1175. Thank you. Grand Rapids Griffins, Toledo Walleye, and Detroit Redwings. Players, coaches, websites, and social media. Thank you AHL.com, NHL.com, ETL.com, EliteProspects.com, and anyone else putting out information on the teams. Until next time, go Griffins. Go Red Wings, go Walleye.